There's some tear. An empty cigarette pack.
Alright, seems like we... Looks like we crossed the bridge. We're investigating the few clues that we can find on the bridge while we're here. But it seems like we found a dead body. And now we're going to investigate.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The gum wrapper smells of apricots.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Yeah.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another
Dead body.
Breathe.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what we got here.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
Ah, fuck.
You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits.
Jesus Christ, this dude was fucking hammered. Bro. If you were to drink half a glass of liquor in one go, you'd probably be in the hospital. Like, you're supposed to sip liquor, bro. You're not supposed to drink that shit like this. This nigga might have died from alcohol poisoning. Well, I'm gonna assume that he was a heavy drinker prior, so he probably could handle it. But regardless, bro, drinking like that, yeah.
Or maybe it was just dark.
True.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze.
It's probably both. He was probably inebriated and it was dark. And those two combinations didn't bode well.
Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Okay.
This is what killed him. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
Fuck.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his
Seems
head.
like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Well,
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful.
alright.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do
Yeah, I
you
was gonna say, that's not true. Anyone could.
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad. This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
He looks like me. I could have ended up just like him, dead on some empty boardwalk at the bottom next to me.
Well, at least you're not married.
Or, what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
You know what? I'm gonna keep that shot to the morale because my character needs to learn not to drink. I haven't taken any drugs or drink the entire game, and I don't want to. I'll take the hit to what it like. I'll fake because like it's clear. Like there's so many checks. There's so many checks in this game that there's no way you're meant to get them all. You're gonna fail, and I think you're meant to fail. That's why there's so much dialogue when you do fail.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could be related to the lynching or Ruby? I doubt it, but
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
I agree.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later,
Why not?
why not?
Exactly.
But keep it simple for now.
Exactly. That's perfect. That's literally perfect. If it couldn't, if they match up, if we find some evidence that link it, fine. But for now, we're just doing our job, figuring out why he died. Was this an accident, or was this?
Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Yeah, I agree. Usually, people who die from liver failure die in a hospital bed, not in a, drunk off their ass. What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken war crowd. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Yeah. Politically speaking, they can just spin this as like, okay, well, we seal. If anyone else dies, they can just be like, okay, well, we sealed it off. So anyone who walked on it afterwards did it at their own risk.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Alright, what should we do with them?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about a field
A
autopsy?
field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Alright, bro, I'm taking the case. I got to, bro. This is kind of a weird tangent to go on, but I was just thinking about Beyond Scared Straight, and like, bro, some of those kids like that, I'm not surprised that show got canceled pretty quick, because some of those kids, they were so far gone. Like, this is what would happen. They're looking for kids who are teetering right on the middle. Like, they're bad kids, but they're not truly bad kids. They're not rotten. They're not rotten to the core. So there's still hope for them. But there are some kids that went on that show, and it was like clear. It was clear. You could just tell from the start that this program was not going to work on them. Because I'll never forget. There was this one girl, this one like hood girl, I think she was like lesbian or something, it don't matter. This one hood girl, and she was like just telling her story, and like first, cause in the first like 10 minutes, first 30 minutes, they show the children's backstory, where they come from, how they ended up in this environment, what they've been doing to get in trouble type shit. And what this girl was describing, like, you could just tell, bro, like, nobody in her life is a good influence. Like, her daddy sell drugs, her mommy is her daddy sell drugs, her mommy is on drugs and selling her body, her brother is in jail or dead, her uncle, who's her main influence, like, the dude who she spends the most time with is her uncle, and, like, they showed the uncle, and, like, this dumbass nigga, like, the interviewers are, like, straight up asking him, like, aren't you, like, worried that you're being a bad influence on this kid? And like you can just tell, like he, and like I said, they're going through the backstory. Like, so he's telling stories about how they robbing and stealing and committing crimes and all this other bullshit. And then the interviewers straight up call him out, and they're like, "So like you're enabling this behavior? Like you understand that you're like being an actively bad influence on her life, right?" And she's sitting right there, and this nigga is just like, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles, bro. We gotta do what we gotta do. And I'm just like, bro, this is sad. This shit is sad. It's sad and she don't even know. Like, this is so sad that she's not even aware of how sad it is. And then, like, after the program, she says the most heartbreaking line I've ever heard throughout that show. She basically was talking about, yeah, the program was like pretty cool. You know, shit was like scary and all. And I don't want to be in jail, but like, that's just kind of something that I accepted is going to be in my life. I mean, everybody's been to jail. And then the interviewers are like, wait a second. No, that's not true. I've never been to jail. Well, we've never been to jail. Everybody does. So she basically thought all adults go to jail at some point in their lives. And the interviewers, you know, clearly, you know, the interviewers and the people doing the Scared Straight program are like well-off people. And they're all like, you know, we've never been to jail. All of us have never been to jail. Most people don't go to jail. And she responded with that, and she was like, oh, well, everyone I know has been to jail, so I guess I'm just going to go to jail too. Oh my fucking God, bro. And like, yeah. And again, the uncle or whoever, her big brother, whatever, yeah, man, it was just like, yeah, the dude who was influenced, he basically just doubled down and was like, yeah, we're not going to stop doing this street shit. This is my girl, you know, this is my homie. Like, we just going to have to do what we got to do. It's horrible. Horrible, man. Another one, I'll keep this one short, was like, another one, there was this girl, she was acting up, her brother's in the streets, but like, the thing about it was, it's like, there was still some hope for this girl. Like, this girl still had, like, bright eyes. And, like, even though her brother was in the streets, her brother was, like, actively telling her, hey, bro, don't do what I do. I only do what I do because I have to. I don't have any opportunities. You're a smart kid. You got all these things happening. Don't go down the same path I did. So, and like her brother was like clearly like her main influence and was like the person that she looked up to. While they were doing, because the Scared Straight program is like several weeks, months, however long it is. During the process of this Scared Straight program, her brother dies. And you see throughout the program when they're focusing the episode around her, you can see that the program is working. Like, she's starting to become a better and more person. She's like, yeah, I don't want to be in prison. Soon as her brother dies, bro. Soon as her brother dies, you can literally see it on her face that everything this program set out to do just was null and void, bro. And again, bro, yeah, I can't watch that show no more. I can't watch that show no more. And then apparently, that's not even apparently there's a bunch of cases where kids who didn't deserve to be there with, so it was like kids would be acting up, doing like one or two things. So like, yeah, kids will get caught smoking weed once or twice. Do something bad, but not that bad. Like, they'll make a mistake. And then they'll bring them onto the show like the kids are criminals. And yeah, I just remember being in one of the comment sections and it was like, this dude was talking about, hey, I'm the kid at this part and my mother, she put me on the show simply because she wanted to be famous or so she could be on TV or whatever. I actually didn't do half the things that they said I did in the episode. And the only thing I really did was smoke a little bit he got caught smoking some weed. That's pretty much it. And he said that, like, his mom was so, like, obsessive over like being on the show or like just being the kind of mother that wants attention that he actually cut off his entire family because of how much the episode like fucked with him psychologically. So yeah, bro, like yeah, that shows yeah. That Beyond Scared Straight, yeah, that show. I'm not surprised that show was as controversial and as bad as it was because that show was just a disaster.
I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. Let's keep this detour as short as possible. The sooner we get back to finding Ruby, the better. Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station for Mikey and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Yeah, it's just while you're watching the show, it's so readily apparent that as you're watching the show, the root of the issue, the root of the problem, isn't trying to scare them. It's like, so these kids, you're watching the show, these kids are aware that their actions could land them in jail. They don't care. That's the issue. They don't care. They have not grown up with the necessary resources and guidance that makes them fear the justice system or has them fear anyway, basically the root of the problem isn't they don't care, they're not scared of going to prison. The root of the problem is the home life. Like all these kids got, for all the kids who needed that program have fucked up homes. Every single one of them. Almost all of them come from a single, and it's horror. It's the same story over and over again. Single mother household. Everything was fine when he was a kid. He started, he started, little boy, starts getting into his teenage years. He starts growing up. He starts getting bigger to the point where he's bigger than his mom. His mom can't whoop him no more. Can't tell him what to do. He's going out in the streets. Mom has no control over him because she can't beat him. Like, she can't beat him no more. She can't, he's a grown, he's a 14, 15, depending on how puberty hits him. He could be a 5'10", 6-foot dude at the age, So no father, never a father, no father in the home. The father that is in the home has no authority over the kid. Kid ain't listening to nothing that he has to say. Or worse, the father ain't there for the kid. He's there for the mom. He's there to get some pussy appointments. He don't give a fuck, That shit, oh my God, that shit is so sad, bro. Because you're like looking at these kids, and like, again, it's the same story over and over again. You're looking at their home life. You're seeing that, hey, bro, yeah, the dude does have a male influence in his life, but the male influence don't give a fuck about the kid. And I was like, I can't blame him because I can't blame him because dude didn't sign up to be a stepdad. He signed up to date the mom. And a lot of mothers aren't okay with some random man coming in their house telling their kids what to do. So even if the dad wanted to be an active father in the house, the mom probably wouldn't let him. So yeah, it's the same story over and over again. 14, 15, 12, 13-year-old boy, boy going through puberty, growing up in a single mother household. Mother loses control of the kid because he's too big. He can't whoop her. Matter of fact, in a lot of the cases, the son is beating on the mom. just starts with that. It just goes with a downward downward spiral. She has no control of the kid. The kid's always in the streets. You know what happens with young boys in the streets. And then yeah, it just escalates and escalates until the kid is either dead or in jail. And oh yeah, and on top of that, a few of those Beyond Scared Straight kids died. I remember this one kid. He died. He didn't even make it through the entire program. They started the program, had him on footage, and then they started the restoration process, because the shit that you see on camera is just them visiting the prison. All the prisoners, oh, fuck you come in here, we're going to do something bad to you, That's a bulk of the shows, them visiting the prison, you know, getting scared. Now it's the Beyond Scared Straight part, is when they're at the prison, big scary prisoner all up in their face talking about, we're going to beat you up, we're going to touch you, we're going to do all these things to you if you end up coming in here. And then, but most of the program is off camera. They're trying to rehabilitate these kids. And during that rehabilitation progress, a few of the kids ended up dying from being in the streets. And yeah, it's just, I'll stop going on this tangent, but yeah, bro, just that show, yeah, I'm not surprised that show got canceled and it's never being revived again, because it's fuck, man.
The library card is folded into
It doesn't
two,
attack the root of the
still
problem, which is the
slightly
home
wet to
life.
the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card.
That's the root of the
issued
problem.
To Billy
It's
Mitchell,
like, you can tell these
July
kids,
53.
you can tell these kids all damn day, prison's bad, prison's bad, prison's bad. They come to school for a couple hours a day and then hear prison's bad. And then for the rest of their life, they're in the streets being reinforced with the ideas that the streets teach them. So it's impossible to negate decades or however many years of bad behavior being enabled and reinforced by 2 or 3 hours of a lecture, a boring ass lecture that he's not even halfway paying attention to, about how prison is bad. So, shit, man. Here's one more part, and I'll end it, and we can move on. This is another very unfortunate reality, in particular with black kids. On top of everything I just named, now you have the racial component, where a lot of these kids are growing up in environments where they're being indoctrinated and told that the white man did this, the white man did that, blah, blah, blah. So you have an entire generation of kids who are low-key racist against white people, being told that every ale, boon, and woe that has happened in their life has come from the white man. So you have an entire generation of kids being taught bad ideas and bad behaviors just to come in a 1-2 hour lecture, boring ass 2 hour lecture, being recited by a white guy who they believe is the person that put them in the position that they're in the first place. So they're not going to listen to this nigga. So it's like, no wonder they're not listening to this nigga. You got decades of indoctrination and bad behaviors and enabling being that can't be broken away in a 1 or 2 hour lecture. And on top of that, you have the racial component of the person giving the lecture is the person that these kids believe did this to them. So, bro, it's horrible, bro.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member.
It's It sucks. It sucks.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Something tells me we should call the... We should call the library too. And I fucking knew it, bro.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Cum rag.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless map.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets? Me neither.
You should still...
I mean, he's right. Why would I take this? Yeah, I'm good. No. No, I'm good. Disgusting ass fucking jacket. And it's getting wet again because it's raining now. And it's got shit all over it, I'm good off that. That's crazy. If we hear something about a jacket, I'll put it on, but I'll take it. But until then, no. You know. Shit, covered jacket, that's fucking disgusting. Ugh. An animal shit.
Under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Like, to me, animal shit is like twice as disgusting as human shit. Because at least with human shit, you know, relatively speaking, where humans been and what they are eating. An animal, my God.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
It's all a random number. No. No. Not right now. Like when I'm off camera, we can do all this extra, you know, sidetracking and getting distracted and shit. But when I'm on camera, I'm trying to make some progress. We don't have that many hours left. Half the day's already.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
She might be. It's worth checking out anyway.
The lieutenant nods, silently. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Yeah. I don't think anything, like when you're a detective, you're not supposed to think anything is certain. Everything is could. So it could be, we don't know for sure, but it's worth investigating.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes, the pulsing base. An indication of junior delinquency.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
You really want us in there? I do have tools in the kinema, but maybe we should circle the building and look for another way in first. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
I mean, she could be hiding anywhere, man. I gotta do something. I can't see any other way. What did he say about delinquency? Maybe it's under. Maybe we need to go under the house. Because I don't see any other way. Yeah. From the first look inside. Well, I'm not gonna drink. Oh, these things got bread. Ooh! I bet you that's that perception too. I don't see a way in, though. Who you, nigga?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it was freezing. Where's your head?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I should, and I do.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat. I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
What's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Why?
I'm from the police.
Okay, it's Berger.
A very common name.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What's that device you got there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
The wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Oh my fucking god.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure.
Ooh. Where did you get that mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum. Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else?
Actually,
about the contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
my hat. I need that hat.
Thanks.
Fuck, bro. I need that hat. Fuck. I'm not giving up that hat, bro. Yeah, you can have the bum hat.
A shaggy looking.
Oh,
It's cold. Everyone knows drug.
huh?
Maybe she didn't.
So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, I'm sorry. My whole family swears and it... No,
Just no.
it's pretty desolate here. A set.
Her hair is dyed blonde.
Why? Okay,
A very common name.
this... Actually... Okay. This... Actually just one... A contact...
Your mangled brain would like you to know. No, you're welcome.
The mic... Same place I got the Oh, man. It's a
Thinking about it really cheers her up.
Oh, yeah. Guess you... I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Recording. I think I'm recording crap. I don't know.
Everything checks.
The musicians in the... Anyway, I don't really know.
She looks at the...
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck.
It's okay.
Thanks. That... The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the card. Go ahead. Okay. Hello again. It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Elysium. Except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the up. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
So you want to turn this church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
We'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? No. Not really, no. It's Noids. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya. Go ahead.
Come on, bro.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow
You know what? More empathy. Because I kind of want to...
Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming. For you now.
What is?
The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell and I can't place it. Something in my head.
What is it?
People keep putting their selfish interest ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable, is all.
Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Perhaps.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective... Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. Sure.
Yeah, nah, bro. She's cold as fuck. Her teeth are chattering.